Hi, this is Sherry. I'm coming at you from inside of my house because it's raining, and it's not that it's like raining. I went out actually. I went down to the dock. Sorry about those little dots on there. I went down to the dock and I was gonna do my reading outside because I kind of like being out in the rain, but it was actually, the wind was really cold. So I thought, I don't want to get my cards wrecked, and I thought, maybe I should just be comfortable up here. I like being outside because I get the animal messengers come to me, and I really, I don't know. I felt like I really needed to be outside today, so maybe I just needed to take a walk. I'm wondering how you guys are doing with this energy. This energy is chaotic. We've been talking about that, how with the eclipses and with the energy that's going around, everybody seems to be affected, and well, we're all going to be affected because there's such transitions happening in the world right now, energetically. And I woke up this morning and I had the same thing going on in a dream last night, over and over and over and over and over and over. And I thought, I just woke up in like really deep kind of, I don't know where I was. I was definitely affected. I spoke the other day about how I've been working with clients, and how I'd had some amazing experiences with my clients. How their energy actually came right through me, and I was channeling somebody, her son, and it was intense, and it was overwhelming. And for her it was amazing, and for me it was amazing. But it really took a lot out of me. As an empath, I really, I was crying. I had a hard time talking. It was up in my throat, and it was tears. I couldn't see through my eyes, and I was just, oh man. So it was awesome to be used that way, to be connected so clearly that way, and for her to be able to get the messages that she did. Just watching the different birds, see if there's anything that wants to speak to us. But wow, it's all about definitely shielding yourself. And who keeps flying by us? Okay, so it's the crow. So walk your walk, talk your talk. So here is me doing that. That's what the crow says to me, and that's what I kept seeing. So when you're in a funk, and I woke up definitely in a funk because my energy has just been really hammered, and I am very good about putting up a shield and clearing. So yesterday, I think I don't know if you looked on my page, but I finished talking to a client, and I said, it's great that you're helping all these other people, but it's really important to make sure that you take care of yourself. I said, you need to pamper yourself. I said, why don't you go get a pedicure or something? And then I said, you know what? Walk your walk, talk your talk. So I said, as soon as I hang up from you, I'm going to do that. And I went yesterday, and I thought, I'm just going to sit here and put my headphones on and listen to some music. And then I thought, no, you know what? I need to do a cord cutting meditation because I have been so affected. And clearly there are, it's come in my dream time. It's just affects my energy all the way around. And it's just, it's a buildup, of having doing this work all day long. I work with so many different people all day long, and I work on a hotline when I'm not doing my private life coaching and private readings, and it's very fast, and it's very frenetic, and it's very, most people are quite upset. So the energy that comes at me is very, they're upset, and I take this energy on, and it doesn't matter how much you shield yourselves, you're going to take it on. So I got there and I thought, I need to cut some cords, because even I may not be aware of all the different places that cords are attached to me that, I have forgotten, or, and it's still draining and leaching off of my energy. So I sat there and I asked the lady, "Did you mind?" She goes, "No, don't worry about it." She was talking to her friends, and I did this. It's my favorite meditation. I can't remember who it's by. I should look up and tell you guys. It's funny. I don't even know this person, but it's my favorite one that I do, and it's where is it? Is it this one? There's a short one, like a 5. Okay, here, this is the one I like. It's by Johnny Booth. Go to YouTube. It's called by Johnny Booth, and it's called Cord Cutting Guided Meditation. And I'm gonna make my own, because I've got something in mind that I want to do. But until I have that done, I love this one. And so I sat there and I did that. And I put my sunglasses on because I didn't want anybody to see me. I just wanted to have it be dark. And I put my headphones on, and I had this meditation going. And wow, holy moly! He talks about it, how that he how different experiences and different time frames and different people, situations, and he says, are going to come up, right? And don't, when he asks you the questions, or as you start guiding through it, he says, don't try and fight it. Don't try and figure out why is this happening. Just feel what your body is, how your body is reacting, and go with that. And man, the two things that came up for me were surprising. I was surprised at what my body reacted to. One was my cousin from my best. No, I understand what it is. He's my favorite cousin growing up. He's amazing. He lives in the wilderness up in Canada. He's called the Green Man, and he teaches a wilderness camp to kids. He lives completely off the grid on an Indian reservation in a teepee, and he's all holistic, definitely. And we weren't that when we were growing up. He always was kind of Daniel, or kind of like Huck Finn. He was my Huck Finn. And so the connection to him, the tears started to come, and then to my twin soul. Oh my gosh! And I was sitting there, and I was trying to like wipe my eyes, because I mean you couldn't see my face, but it was pouring down my cheeks. So I had no idea that there was something that was attached to me from way back then, but it's connected to my twin. They're the same energy. So I worked through that, and do that, you guys. When you're feeling this energy, when you're feeling in a funk, do a cord cutting meditation, and then do a clearing and shielding meditation afterwards, so that you, or do it yourself, you know. I asked, I went this morning when I woke up, I was still feeling kind of, I felt great last night after I did that. But then this morning after these dreams, and right now in our dream time, we're being told we're going to be getting a lot of messages, and a lot of downloads are happening, and a lot of releasing is coming out through our dream time right now. So that's what was happening for me in my dream. And I'm telling you, all night long, I woke up, I was in a very light, lucid sleep, so I wasn't really sleeping well, as you can see. And as I said, the same thing over and over and over, and I thought, God, it was overwhelming. So I got up this morning, and I wasn't ready to do the reading. I didn't want to have it affect my my delivery, because my energy affects things. I'm a very powerful manifester, and like I said before, if you're in a funk and you walk into a room with that energy, you're going to shift the energy of everyone else. So you need to call on your heart side and the side of the light, right? Your left side of your body, and ask for. And I literally laid there and I asked for the Father. I said, please fill me with peace. Peace was the word that kept coming to me. Peace and calm and the ability to be here right now. Acceptance is what I asked for. Acceptance, calm, peace, forgiveness for myself and others. And I went through a series of different words that I felt I needed to fill myself with. And I kept coming back to peace. So clearly I was not at rest. I was not at peace. So I started to slowly, calm myself down, and I got up and I did the cards, and I got the cards that we were going to use. And the first deck we're going to be using is the Gaia Oracle by Tony Carmine Salerno. I love Tony Carmine Salerno. He's absolutely one of my favorite authors for sure. And but I still wasn't ready. I thought, I don't want to be a downer with you guys, I'm usually so happy and light and optimistic and positive and bubbly, and today I didn't feel that way. I just felt kind of like the weather. Look at the weather. It's just kind of gray and drippy and dismal, and it's cold. So I went and I thought, I'm gonna go have a shower and steam this out. Whenever you're feeling this energy, get rid of it. Go to a spa, go into a jacuzzi, go into a hot shower, and just steam it out. And as I was in there, I was imagining all of my pores opening up and everything leaving, steam cleaning everything inside of me. I, of course, asked the assistance of Archangel Metatron to help with my chakras, but I literally visualized my pores opening and everything just leaving my body. I did and then Lily came and laid on my stomach, and I sat there afterwards, after my shower, and I tried to do a meditation again, and there was just nothing. It was just in my head. So she came up and she kept pressing on me, and I thought, you know what? Your pets, they absorb your energy. And she came up and sat literally right on my chest, and then she sat on my stomach, and so my solar plexus was bothering me. It was spinning, and so she was going to where it needed to be. And I thought, I don't want her to carry this. So I was asking Archangel Metatron, as I was combing through her hair and touching her crown, I was asking for her to be cleared. And I imagined, and I did a Reiki treatment on her and on Liger and on myself. asked for the assistance of Archangel Raphael to come in, Metatron to clear and balance the chakras, open them up. Raphael to assist. I called the Reiki masters in, and I worked and I asked for the Reiki to go through, and I imagined it as my eyes were closed, going through into all of our under the skin. I could see underneath Liger's skin. It was really strange. He's got fat blobs in his skin. I saw that, and I said, he needs this cleared out, and I went through Lily and Lily's organs, and I went into his organs, and I went into mine, and imagined everything being filled with the Reiki healing energy. And then I asked for it to, once it could completely absorb everything, and once it was absorbed into everything, into our all of our vital organs and through all of our tissues, that it sit for an hour, and at the end of the hour that it be flushed out. And then Michael will come and as I close up, actually, you know what? It's been an hour and I haven't closed it up, so I'll close it up. Shokore, shokore, shokore. So I close the opening and then ask Archangel Michael to spin a shield, a Reiki shield cocoon around all of us, Liger, Lily, and kind of seal it in there. So that's what I did this morning. That's what I did for myself. And then I went down to the dock and I thought, all right, we're going to go down there and we're going to do this down there. And then I thought, no, I'll come back up here where I can have more in front of me that I can work with. I've got my aromatherapy going. I've got bergamot in there. And you know what? I don't even know what bergamot. I can't remember right now why I chose bergamot. Bergamot healing. Let's see why. Bergamot essential healing. Okay. Speeds up healing process. Boosts the immune system. Enhances your mood and builds your confidence. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. So clearly my higher self said that's what you need to use. I just go with whatever my higher self says. And that's one of our messages today. I'm gonna come going back and forth. This is gonna be a kind of all over because that's how I feel today. So that was one of the messages that we got with our other deck, which is the Universal Love deck, because we're gonna do two. Universal Love, Tony Carmine Salerno as well. And it's talking about divine guidance. And it's saying, Spirit wants you to go with your divine guidance. What is it that your higher self is telling you to do? It wants you to pay attention. Here, I've got these out of order. Pay attention to what your higher self is asking for you to do. Your intuitive thoughts that come to you. What is it that my higher self said to use bergamot, right? My higher self said, and I just went with it. I didn't question it. I just did it. And that's what they're asking you to do. They're saying, don't question what your higher self is saying. Just go with it, because you know that whatever it is, it's going to be what's in your highest good. I'm looking at the moon on that, which is the divine goddess, which is, here, I'm going to let you guys, I feel awkward with everybody kind of looking at me all the time. I'll let you look outside. If you look at this card, you see the moon and the swirling that's going up, and that's kind of like the mood that I feel like I'm in. This kind of it's a very deep kind of introspective feeling. And what they're saying is, this is how I felt. Everything's kind of like deep on the outside, but you look up to your higher self, you look up to Spirit and feel with what's going on in here and go with it. What is your divine guidance? What is your inner guidance telling you? Follow your intuition. Listen to your heart. Follow your instincts and your gut feeling. So here's your gut. This is you. Imagine this being you. The moon up here is your wisdom, and this is your gut. And I told you my sacral chakra was spinning, right? This is what this felt like to me today. And so what is my intuition saying? My intuition is telling me I need to steam this out. My intuition is saying you need to go for a walk. They're saying even if something feels strange, or go with it. If whatever you're energetically drawn to, stop, listen, feel, and just go with it. My higher self said bergamot. Bergamot is Earl Grey tea. That's the scent, and that's my favorite. So an Earl Grey tea would probably be really good. I'll probably have some of that afterwards. So they're asking you to just kind of go with your divine guidance, go with your gut, listen to what it's saying, don't question it. Wherever you're led, follow it, because you're being led by your higher self and spirit. You're being led by your connective energy, and you need to learn how to trust what you're getting yourself. They're asking you to do more of the trusting what you're getting, as opposed to constantly asking for help. I have a client that I got a message yesterday, and she's become very dependent on me, and I didn't realize what was happening, because it's my job, right? This is what I do. It's a life coach, but it got to the place where Spirit said, this has become kind of a like an obsession, or like a codependent relationship. And as a teacher, what I'm supposed to be doing is showing you how to trust yourself. Not call me or your life coach, or somebody else constantly for their answers. You're being asked to check with yourself. So last night, it's every day with this woman, and she's great. We've been working together. It's wonderful, but it's gotten to the place where it's everything that she needs to decide, she has to run it by me. And so it was like 10 o'clock at night last night, and I got a message from her, and she was in a it was upsetting, in an upsetting place. And I thought, and I went to go put away what I was doing and go, sign on to my workplace and talk to her. And I thought, well, I'll ask first and see, what do I get? When I did kind of like a reading for myself, and what I got was a memory. It wasn't even that. It was what I was told earlier in the day, and it said, you've got a codependent relationship. Somebody's become a little too attached to you. Create some space from it. And at first, it's kind of like a bit of a panic when people are used to going to somebody. But Spirit wants us to learn, and they want us to listen to what our own gut is telling us. Pay attention to synchronicities. Pay attention to thoughts like the bergamot, or thoughts like I need to go steam in the shower. I wasn't really thinking through anything. I was just going with what my body was telling me, and so I didn't respond. I didn't go there, and I waited, and I thought, no, you know what? You're going to be okay, because if I'm not here, you're going to have to make the decision. If I wasn't there, what would you do? You need to figure this out for yourself. And so I waited until mid-morning, and then I wrote back, and I knew she wouldn't be there, but she's had to make her decision herself. And so a lot of times, that's happened to me too. As I was being, I had life coaches that were helping me when I was first, when I first awakened, people that helped me along. And I got a lot of people. I get too dependent. We all do. We get to somebody that connects with us. I've got friends that connect at different levels than I do, and we start leaning on them, and we start, not listening to the voice of our own higher self. And usually I'm very, very skeptical myself. I don't trust what other people get over my own dreams or my own self. But I have had, like I said, this energy coming into my dream time. And I do have a couple of friends that I do trust that are very connected as well. But still, Spirit is saying, no, you know what? Take a lesson from it. Listen to what comes. But you need to listen to what your own higher self is saying. And I think I'm going to go to the mystic. I think that's what the mystic is. So this is us. We all have the mystic within ourselves, right? And we all have this this connection. We all come from Spirit. We're all very, very much connected, and we have to go inside and pay attention to what our higher self is saying. So here she's got the star. She's connected to the stars, and she's paying attention to what her own higher self is telling her. She's not going outside of herself. She's not going to other people. She's listening. She's going in. She's calling on Spirit, and she's going in. And she is listening to what her own higher self is saying. She's connecting to the stars. It's time to awaken, right? It's time to awaken our own abilities inside. We all have these abilities. I love the colors around the blue and the little, you see the little stars around that are in the background, and the kind of like the cosmic. I love this. This is kind of like the introspective mood that I'm in right now. So we've all got this, we all possess this inner knowing and the gut feelings. And they're saying, pay attention to what your body is trying to tell you. Use your own abilities in your everyday life. And they're saying specifically, pay attention pay attention to what comes to you over the next few days specifically, because there's something coming to you that's going to be helping you. It could be coming in your dream time. It could be coming in just like when you're, doing like menial work. A lot of times if you're washing your car, vacuuming. With me, when I'm doing housework or washing my car, that's when I get I get amazing epiphanies that come. So that's what they're saying for the next few days. Pay attention to that. So then the next message we have is the guardian. Now look at her. She's naked, which means she's vulnerable. We're looking at all her chakras lit up here. She's got her hands to her side. It's kind of like, this heavy feeling. And she's standing there. And behind her, you see this angel just in the shadows. And what it's saying is, you might be feeling alone or lonely, even when others are around you. But the reality is we're never alone. We have our spiritual team with us, right? There's always somebody with us. Love is always there with us. And you can see that lady, she feels alone, but her guardian is right there behind her. So again, they're telling you, watch for synchronicities. Watch for the words of a song. I probably get a bit emotional here because they use music for me all the time. Watch for songs. Watch for falling feathers, for leaves. Watch for, these are signs that your guardian is speaking with you and is talking to you. They're there to light up your path. They're there to make things easier. They're there to help you not feel so alone. I've got a lot of people I've been noticing. I'm feeling the energy from everyone. It's not just myself. I saw a woman this morning on my Facebook feed, and it was like one post after another, all the way down. I watched it all the way down, and I feel so alone. I feel so empty. And I just asked for her to be wrapped in love and light. And you're not alone. We all go through this. We're all having a difficult time right now. We're all going through these feelings, and we have to honor this feeling. And we're not always going to be happy and bubbly and cheerful and everything's, Susie Sunshine. Sometimes we have this energy that we have to express. And sometimes we need to pull away from others. Sometimes, there's ones who feed off of others' energy, and that's what lifts them up and makes them happier. And then there's ones who are more introspective, and they need to be alone to process. And it's interesting because I didn't used to be that way, but I am now. And I asked, what did I do this morning? My friend Joy, I posted a picture of myself, and I was wearing a shirt that says Camp Counselor. And I'm looking at it, and I always have like a title to my pictures, and I thought, what do I call this one? I'm just looking at it, thinking, I get so bored with them, I always change them. And Joy said, I said, Camp Counselor, but what camp? I don't even know what I meant. Where am I? What camp? And she said, I don't know. Maybe it's a time just to step back. And she gave a few things. She says, maybe there's a time for this, or maybe there's a time for that. Maybe there's a time to be still. And I said, still. I need to be still. That's what I need. I need to just be quiet, still, and be in a space where I'm comfortable. And it's okay. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I didn't go online, interact with anybody. I was going to go on work, and I thought, nah, it's time to go in. And so we have to understand that we may not be that kind of a person, but there are others who have to have this alone time to process. And we must honor that, whatever it is for you. Okay, then we have inner child. And here we see, we all have an inner child, right? But this inner child's face looks really sad. I'm sorry that right now this reading feels like it's very heavy, but it's going to shift because we have completely different energy right here. So, but we have to address this. Okay, so we're going to address this because so many people are dealing with this right now. And I got this first spread. I will tell you the truth. I got this first spread, and I thought, really, you're going to give me that? Now, clearly they knew I needed to have something make me feel better. But I thought, this is just all like so positive, but I'm not feeling this way right now. So let's be realistic. And this is wonderful because this is what's coming. But we're also going through this, and we need to address this. So that's what we're doing here. So don't worry that this is, kind of heavy. It's going to get lighter. But the inner child here, this inner child has a somber face. This inner child says, don't forget about me. Stop taking things so seriously. I need you. I've been waiting patiently for you. I've never left you, not through your travels, not through all of this stuff that you've been going through your sadness, through your ups and downs. I'm still here. I am the essence of you. I am your inner child. This is always present. I am always present, but I have been neglected. So let go of this darkness that's holding on to you. Let go of that and embrace something. Do something that you need to do. If you have to work through it, if you've got to process, if you've got to pull away, and you've got to cry and let the tears fall, and you've got to let steam and do whatever you need to do. That's what the weather is right now. The weather is coming down. There's like all this energy that's being released, and it's not coming down in a deluge out there. It's just a constant stream, which sometimes is even more difficult, right? If it was like a downpour, I get off on that. That's totally fun for me. I love lightning and thunder and wind blowing everywhere. But this isn't like that. This weather is just dense. It's just like a constant flow. So this is like release it, let it go, so that we can then embrace our inner child and have some fun. Okay? So that's that message. The next message, sacred union. Now, these two dancing here, dancing in harmony. Dancing represents moving in harmony. So two moving in harmony. They look like trees, right? Look at the branches, the foliage, the arms. So these two are rooted deeply in one another, and they're dancing in harmony. He's behind her. They're very close together. The colors, I love those colors. They're beautiful. But the sacred union is speaking about, this is a very, very special time. They're saying, through a touch, a word, or a glance, whatever it is, you are going to find your beloved. Your beloved is here. They talk about a current friendship that's going to blossom and transform into a spiritual, physical relationship. This is moving into a very, very powerful relationship. This sacred union, this is the coming together of twin souls, of soulmates. But this, I love this. I love this crystal right here. I love that. This is something that is developed, but they've known, and they've come now. And there's a magnet drawing them together. This is a divine magnet. And it's talking about this divine love, this bliss, this sacred bliss that comes when you merge one with another. This is definitely the season, they are saying, for romance and for love. You're going to discover a spiritual depth, a connection unlike anything that you have ever had before. And now I must say, this isn't for everyone. Because this spiritual connection, this could be a spiritual, you with your divine partner in spirit, or this could be on the physical. It's mostly speaking about, for the ones that this applies to, that this is a physical union that's coming together, the sacred union, the coming together of twin souls, and it's been a really, really rough journey. It's been coming for quite a while, and they say this is our season, so this is it. But don't think that everybody that watches this reading is going to meet up with their twin soul, because that's not what it is. You will know what the messages are for you, and pay attention to those. Pay attention to what your body's saying. Pay attention to what your higher self is telling you. Okay? Now, while I'm going to let you guys look at these different things on my desk as I talk to you about our animal totem, which I didn't tell you what our animal totem was. When I went down to the to the dock, when I walked down there, and I was trying to figure out which bird shall I talk about. I had different ones coming. I had doves, I had California scrubs, I had, the blackbird with the white wings or the white spots, and I thought, I don't know. But down at my dock house, there are two fish on the counter that I was going to be using. One of them was an angelfish. And I thought, I love that, because I'm connected to the fish for sure, to the ocean. I'm so connected to the mermaid and the angelfish. I like that. I thought that was really cool. I haven't spoken about the angelfish. So you guys look at that. Watch that, Smokey. Think about this as I talk to you about the angelfish. You think about the angelfish. This symbolizes when you're in a deep gloom due to some difficulty in your life. You think about the spirit of the angelfish and its bright colors, and it's supposed to lift you. It creates like a hypnotic feeling. That's why I want you to look at this. I feel like that energy is what I want you to look at. So the angelfish uses its sense of vision to keep away from predators that might be attracted to its bright colors. right? The colors are what are drawing the other fish forward. It's got this thin body, and it wedges itself between the crevices, to keep itself safe at nighttime. And it avoids the deep waters, and it remains as close to the reef as possible. So it's smart. It teaches you to, keep your sense of sight keen when you're dealing with anyone around you. And also, don't go too deep into a matter if you can help it, so that you're able to get out of it quickly if you're in a situation that's negative. It's always aware of its surroundings, the angelfish. So always be aware of the ones that are around you who may need help, ones that maybe you can help them. Maybe there's somebody that you need to pay attention to what they have to say to you. Be attuned to the emotions of the people around you, so you're not hurting their feelings and they don't hurt yours, because, we pick up others' energy, like I said. The angelfish is very curious, and they're fearless when they approach anything that they see for the first time. So it doesn't show fear when it sees an unknown object, which is very interesting. It looks like such a delicate fish, but this angelfish tells you that you should be brave and courageous and face all kinds of situations that reveal themselves, not to run away from things, without facing them. That only increases, that when you run away from things instead of facing them, it only increases the difficulty of what you have to deal with. So the angelfish, I find that very intriguing, that the angelfish is such a delicate looking, beautiful fish, but it's very, very courageous. And it's funny, I posted a picture, like a little video on my page the other day, and it was an angelfish and a cat. And the cat was drinking out of the fish tank, and the angelfish was coming up, coming up, and it was like literally kissing the cat's mouth. And somebody said, oh, that cat's going to be, or that fish is going to be fish food dinner for that cat, but that wasn't what it was. But what I found interesting was that the fish wasn't afraid of the cat at all. It came right up. So it's telling you, don't be afraid and face your challenges, because running away from your challenges, it's only going to make things worse. It's only going to make it decrease your ability to handle things. You have to face what's in front of you and break it down step by step. Also, you think about the angelfish, because their body's like this, they're able to shift and move in directions with the current very quickly. So it talks about being adaptable for you to be able to navigate your way through your emotional waters. So when your body reacts to something or to somebody, pay attention. Remember, we're supposed to pay attention. What is your body saying? What's going on? So that you can get yourself out of it. Well, what do I need to do to get this is where I'm feeling today. What do I need to do to combat this? I'm not going to sit in this. It's okay to get sad. It's okay to get depressed. It's okay to cry, but you don't want to get stuck in that. I need to work my way through it. Allow it to release, come through. Use this kind of a weather like this. Curl up in your bed with a water bottle or a hot mug of tea and a blanket and watch a movie that makes you cry. Get it all out, and don't get stuck there, right? So this is actually, I just chose the angelfish because it was sitting there on the counter. But this is the kind of heavy mood that I had. And this is the angelfish, or the animal totem that you call upon when you're feeling this kind of gloomy energy, when you're not able to concentrate, when you're unsure of where to go for help or what to get, when you're feeling kind of like bogged down, when you want to reach out to others around you and you don't know how to do it, when you want to find people that are there to help you, when you want to locate others that need your help. Anytime you are in a situation and you need to feel fearless, call on the angelfish. The angelfish, it's a beautiful, bright, happy, but it's courageous and fearless. So imagine the colors of the angelfish, and I like this. This is like the whole mystical thing, just visualize. I love the whole visualization, because thought is visualization and intention are like 75% of action. That's why positive affirmations is so powerful. So do that, okay? So that was our animal totem. And now we're going to go to our next cards. This is a long reading. The next card that we're going to get, and we got this just the other night. So there's emphasis again on this one. Winter's End. And you see this lady, and she's kind of in that place, right? She's in that kind of like gloomy looking place. She's naked, which means she's vulnerable and open. And her hands are down at her side. She's kind of got that trepidatious look. She's not quite certain about what's going on. But you see these little tiny flowers. Can you see them up close? They're all starting to sprout around her. So Winter's End, it talks about regeneration. At the end of winter, things are there's no green. It's all kind of dead looking. But there's new growth at the beginning all of a sudden. Rebirth, positive outcome. So she may not even realize, and you may not realize, that there's blue. See the bright blue coming behind her and the little flowers that have popped out? Maybe we're so focused on where we're at that we don't realize. Or maybe we just don't realize that just right around the corner, this cycle has already ended for you. And now the new buds and the opportunities are coming to present themselves to you. And the fact that they just popped out of the dark wood means sudden opportunities are going to pop out. And when they do, they want you to embrace them. They're saying that doors that were previously closed are going to be open to you now. And when that happens, Spirit says, walk through. And a message that comes from Winter's End is travel. And I've been getting this constantly. I don't know where I'm going, and I don't know if it's just moving over my emotional waters, but I've been getting for the longest time travel. So that is another one of the messages with Winter's End is upcoming travel. So the next one, I'm telling you, this reading's just going to get better and better. The Enchanted Forest. Okay, so we've gone from this to this. Just slightly, now everything's in bloom. We've got hearts flowing around. Again, we've got the full moon connecting with the divine feminine and this tree all around. Mystery, magic, excitement. And it's saying 1 minute life feels rather, mundane, sad, depressing, and then all of a sudden something or someone sweeps into your life like a breath of fresh air and completely changes your landscape, right? All of a sudden you're on this, it's this mystery. All of a sudden it's like bam, and you've got a renewed sense of purpose. You've got feelings of passion. You've got excitement and adventure. You don't know, but there's romance again they're speaking about. And they're saying again, when the doors open, when this one said the doors were going to be open, here the doors are opening. They're saying embrace them. Embrace the doors that open. Go through the doors. Enjoy the journey. Don't be in a hurry to like rush things through. Enjoy it. Allow this to come. Allow things to unfold. And what unfolds, they're saying, is going to bring lasting fulfillment and enjoyment for you. So we go from sad and lonely and feeling forlorn and alone to just being on this magical mystery tour. Isn't that a magical mystery tour? I think that's like an album or something, isn't it? Anyway, okay. The next one goes right along with that. So you can understand why when I got these cards first, I was like, okay, well, I had to ask for other ones as well, just so that we could have a well-rounded out reading. So this next one is talking about Moonlight. This is a very beautiful scene. To me, that looks like Hawaii, Mexico, like Cancun. I don't know if you guys have ever been there, but to me, that's what it feels like. The energy of that to me. My friend CJ and his wife just went to Cancun, and I was looking at those pictures, and I thought about when I was there. And it talks about, again, travel. See? Travel. I don't know what's going on, but some of us are going to be traveling somewhere. Even if it's, only over our emotional waters, there's travel. But again, romance and potential. So again, they're saying, soon you may travel to somewhere very special. And they're talking about, this is nighttime and evening, so a romantic evening. And it's going to lead to something very, very special. Something is going to come to you. There's going to be some kind of an inspiration that comes. And it's going to have you looking at things from a different perspective. And you're going to be able to create something new. And this is going to be something of lasting value. So I feel like, because that's the, where are they? Here. I feel like these two go together. That's who they're talking about. Because this sacred union, this couple that's coming together, they're going to have this romantic connection, but it's not just a romantic connection, it's a spiritual connection. And this card is talking about, together they're going to create something of lasting value, something wonderful, something that they're going to tap into a creative possibility between the two of them. Because when twin souls come together, it's all about spiritual work. It's all about growth. It's all about working together to make this planet a better place. So that is definitely, those two cards go together. And then our last card is Eternal Love. Again, amazing message. Happiness, harmony, fulfillment. Okay, we've got the rainbow after the storm, right? Rainbow says, good things to come after a storm. We've got the sunshine, the bright sunshine. We've got the up and downs, right? We've gone through these up and downs, but they're not bad up and downs. These are bright color happy, so they're traveling. Everything's in bright color. Everything is happiness. I think about the sun, and right now we don't have the sun. And a lot of places don't have the sun right now because we're in wintertime, right? California, we get a lot more sun than most people. And that's why maybe sometimes people are feeling this winter depression, this kind of, my son has that, sad, and he lives in Canada. because he lives in Victoria, Vancouver Island, and when they have, this is pretty much the weather that they have. Well, we got a little bit of blue sky coming through up there, so we're going to have the sun come out. You can see the brightness on the clouds. But generally, when it's like gloomy, 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 it affects your mood. You know, you need the vitamin D from the sun. So when the sun comes out, when you get an opportunity to do some sun gazing and the sun, close your eyes and allow the sun to fill you up and lighten your energy. We need the sun. So if we don't have the sun, get an infrared, what are those, not infrared, what are they called? You know those lamps, which are the natural light lamps? Make sure that you have that kind of, you know, energy around you. Or visualize, you can literally look at this image and imagine that. Close your eyes, open your eyes, close your eyes, and imagine that beaming sunlight going through and filling you up. Going right, make it go right in here, right here. Fill up your whole entire body and lift your energy, right? That's what's happening with the sun. That's what we need with the sun. So this particular message is saying that something is resolved. That's why the rainbow. Something is resolved very soon. A new page is turned. And the concerns that we've been having over this time period are going to give way to this period of sunshine. A time to relax, right? Up and down, woo! This is more fun. This isn't the you know, climbing. This is fun. It's like a roller coaster fun, up and down. Magical mystery tour, like we were told in that one, right? So you're going to be able to relax and enjoy life, free of the worry that's been creating this kind of gloomy feeling over your life for the last few weeks, a couple of months. So they're saying during the next couple of months, to spend as much time as you can outside and reconnect with spirit so that you can restore the balance in your body, harmonize, right? We want to bring this, we want to bring that into that, moving into harmony with this brightness and lift our energy. We want to restore and replenish our body. You know, our mind, our body, our spirit. We want to get ourselves going in a really good place. Use things like this, use crystals. I felt like I should be holding my selenite, my selenite tower, put it right down here to clear the energy. Selenite clears all crystals. Even this right now, as we sit here, whoops, the sun's coming out up there. Oh, look up there. Okay, so just a little bit, even if we just get a little bit of that, just grab that sunlight and pull it in and allow that to illuminate your body. Allow that to lift your energy just a little bit. Anything that you can do to get, oh my God, let's go outside. Anything you can do to get this funk out of your body. See now, it's raining on me still. You can't see it, but it's still raining out here. But there's the blue sky. Oh my gosh. And that sun, that makes such a difference to me. That lifts my energy. And it might be difficult for you to shut off. You know, maybe it's going to be hard for you to shut off. Maybe you've got stuff going on in your head and you're not used to that. But they're saying, you'll acclimatize. After a little while, you'll be able to just kind of let things go. And look at this. On the move, on the move. Here we go. See, just standing outside here has totally lifted my energy. I want that sun to pop out. I guess it'll just give us maybe a little glimpse, but as we're watching that, I'm going to tell you, that's it for our reading. It was a long one again, and I hope that it was balanced enough for you with the positive as well as the kind of more realistic stuff that was going on. And come on, let's pull some blue sky. I want to say that if you are, thank you first of all for being here with me, and if you are in need of a life coach, a private reading, Reiki healing. I'm a long-distance Reiki master. My website is www.theangelswhisper.com. That I need to emphasize because remember last week I couldn't remember my email. I mean my website. That was my website. www.theangelswhisper.com. And I'm on YouTube. I'm on where all these videos go. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Google+. I'm on Angels Whisper Sherry Columbus, and that's where you can find me. Now, please, if you do want a reading, my email address is Sherry Columbus, SHERRI, Columbus, COLUMBUS @Yahoo. Go to that when you try to contact me because I'm having difficulty getting my emails from my website. I will take care of that. It's got to be taken care of. But use the email address if you don't hear from me when you leave me a message on my website. And we'll get back to you. Come on, let's go, let's go. Let's see that light up there. Oh, it's so pretty. I love nature. This is so beautiful now. To me, looking at that, oh, this lifts your energy. And you'd breathe in the fresh air after the rain. Breathe it all in. And then you can even just look at this and imagine this. Think of it's all releasing. Remember I asked Archangel, I asked the Reiki masters to pull the energy out, right? The Reiki, let it release after an hour. There it is. It's just coming out. Drip, drip, drip. Get out, get out, get out. And leave everything clean. I use all that I see around me as part of my healing. And you can look at this and you can think, imagine yourself lifting up into those light, fluffy clouds in the blue sky. Imagine yourself floating on one of those clouds. Wouldn't that be neat if we could do that? So much fun. See if you can see any faces or any images in the clouds, because there'll be messages for you. I do. I see a ram right there. Eyes, the nose. I probably not put my hand in the right spot, but I'll let you guys look around. Often people will say to me, "Oh my gosh, did you see? I see an angel." Oh wow, you guys. There's her head and her hand, and there's her body. Oh, she's beautiful. I don't know if you see her. Anybody over here? Gosh, you know what? I look back at her again and I can still see her. That's amazing. Well, the sun is just kind of going to float around there, but you can still feel the energy of the sun. Look at how it's over there, right? But look at how it shines on that cloud over there. Isn't that beautiful? Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day. All right, you guys. That's it. Thank you for being with me, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. We'll speak again soon. Peace, love, and light.